Hey folks, welcome back. Thanks again for joining us. Let's get right to it. We got 5 captures here. Let's talk through it and see what you think. Get in the comments, let me know. All right, here we go. So usually we start in slow motion. We're gonna start this one in real speed just to see a few times to see if you see it. That's number 2, and this is the 3rd one. All right, once you slow it down a little, you see it come in from right to left and shoot right across there. And then once you change the contrast and slow it down a little further, it becomes more evident. Now look, I don't know what this is. My suspicion is that it's some sort of insect really close to the camera, but it's one that I think we don't know about, which is why I'm including it. Because, I think it's important to keep an open mind to things and see that we don't know everything, and also that things happen right in front of our eyes. There are things going on in plain sight that aren't necessarily, extraterrestrial per se, but it just goes to show that we haven't mastered our own environment quite yet. Anyway, all right, on to number 2. This is a capture that I recorded last week, and this amoeba type thing just goes through blinking. And it goes up and to the left, and then, but also this happens first. This thing shoots right by from right to left, and then immediately following it, the amoeba thing kind of goes and seems like it tracks it, which is interesting. And the first frame is right there at the 4 o'clock position that I can see it clearly, and then the second time is there at the 10 o'clock position. It just, I don't know what it is, but I'm far more fascinated by these amoeba type things than I am these kind of rocketing by black things. They're super different. They're very curious. I don't know what to make of them, but they seem to be interested in things that are in the air. And, this flashing business, I don't know what to make of it, but it's really cool looking. And like I said, I recorded this last week and wanted to include it. All right, here we go. Number 3. I saw this online. This thing comes down, flutters around these 2 ice agents, and then goes back up and kind of veers to the right. It comes down here where the arrow is, and it's not hard to see, and some people will say, oh, that's just dust or a bug, or and I don't know what it is. I'm not purporting to know, but I'm including it because it's interesting, and it seems to move with some sense of purpose. So, I don't know. I saw it online and it caught my eye. And, again, I'm just sharing it with you. This was over the last week or 2 here in Los Angeles. Sad set of circumstances, but these things are around and they're everywhere, whatever they are. And it's on camera. So, here you go. All right, moving on. Number 4 here. This is interesting to me. I don't think this is a lens flare. And this thing just sort of moves around. You're going to look at it in 3 segments here. And these last 2 segments sort of overlap a bit, but it seems to like go away, kind of disappears, and then pops back in. And and this is the entirety of it. Obviously slowed and zoomed in, but usually when you see lens flares, there's oftentimes more than one, and there's a certain type of pattern to it. This is moving more like it's swimming to me. This looks like it's swimming in air. And this is it in real speed a few times. It's not moving super duper fast. It's not hard to see. I was watching a YouTube video and saw it. So screen recorded it, and now you're looking at it. I don't know what it is, but like I was saying with that first capture, I think it's important that we keep an open mind and acknowledge that we haven't mastered our own environment, and there are things going on and around us that we don't know about yet, and don't have all the answers to. And I think this is another good example of that. This is just very curious to me. And again, I don't think it's an artifact of the camera. I think it's something else. Yeah, it's interesting. All right, number 5 here. This one is crazy. So this thing comes across the bottom, basically hits the brakes, backs up, and goes up, and then hooks around to the northeast. And this is zoomed in and slowed significantly, so we'll back out and get back to real speed. But you see it down there on the bottom, and we're gonna look at this one twice there. You might say to yourself, like, what will cause something to do this, right? Like, why is it making this odd maneuver? And I'm gonna show you why I think it did. If you look in this box here to the right, this thing was avoiding this thing. That's the impression I have. And when you see it at real speed and real distance, you may tend to agree. And this is real distance slowed. But I feel like this thing saw the other thing coming, and then it made an evasive maneuver. This is it at real speed, cartoonishly fast. And the acceleration with the one on the left is nuts. That's just, I don't know what to make of that in terms of how it's moving that fast, going from, a different direction, changing pace, changing direction, and then accelerating. That thing just hits the gas. But yeah, again, this is something, I think these things are happening around us. And because of the speed with which they're happening, we just tend not to see it. I think our brains are not geared to see things that are happening this quickly, I think. So, yeah, anyway, okay, recap time. So this first one, again, is super fast, and I think it's just in our environment, and we don't even know about them because it's happening too quickly. And then the second one was with the Amoeba in that helicopter, and it's just flashing around, which is weird. And then, the ICE agents in LA doing their thing, and this thing just pops around and flutters. And then this thing, which I mentioned, is not a camera artifact in my opinion. And then this last one here, where this thing just makes a maneuver to avoid something else at a speed that's just ridiculous. All right, folks, well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed it. I think these are a little different. And again, I guess if there were a theme to this presentation, it would be really that these things are all happening around us in plain sight. And I really, really tend to believe, at least for now, I'm not married to the proposition, and I'll just change my mind if, evidence suggests otherwise. But for right now, it seems like these things are happening all around us, and they just happen at a pace, at a speed that we're not wired to register, I think. And, these cameras allow us to slow things down and zoom in, and all of a sudden we're seeing this accelerated environment that we live in and kind of didn't even know. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for your time. Get in the comments, and we'll see you on the next one.